All right, welcome. Today, we are diving into a really critical topic for anyone in the research world, academic writing services. We're going to break down how to navigate this whole scene to find a partner who can genuinely help you, and, this is the most important part, how to protect your research and your career from some pretty nasty traps out there. So, does this question hit a little too close to home? If you're an academic, chances are you're feeling that immense, constant pressure to get your work published in a top-tier Scopus-Indexed Journal. One of the big databases that universities use to rank who's doing what. Trust me, you are not alone. And look, because that pressure is so real and so intense, a whole industry of writing services has popped up to lend a hand. Some of them are fantastic, truly valuable, but others, not so much. In fact, some of them can do some serious damage to your reputation. And that's exactly what we're going to untangle today. So, first things first, why do these services even exist in the first place? Well, it all starts in what I call the publishing pressure cooker. You know the mantra, publish or perish. Universities are increasingly measuring success by how many publications you have in those high-impact Scopus-Indexed journals, and that creates a massive hurdle for researchers. Think about it. Meeting those crazy high Scopus standards, the level of accuracy, the originality, the strict formatting, it's a monumental task. And you're trying to do that while also juggling teaching, administrative work, and, oh yeah, your actual research. It can feel downright impossible. So it's totally logical that a demand for expert assistance has emerged. It's a real response to a very real need. Okay, so you've decided you might need a little help. This is the moment you arrive at a critical fork in the road. The path you choose here can either lead to a successful publication or to a dead end of wasted time, money, and a whole lot of frustration. And these are your two paths. On one side, you have the trusted ally, a service that really acts as a partner to help elevate your work. And on the other side, you've got the predatory trap, a service that's basically designed to take advantage of you. Let's dig into how you can tell them apart. First, let's go down the good path. What are the clear, can't-miss signs that tell you you're dealing with a reliable, trustworthy partner? The very first thing you should look for is who's on their team. A legitimate service is proud to show you that they're staffed by folks with PhDs and real subject matter experts. These aren't just random editors, they're your peers. They get the specific demands of your field, and they know the ridiculously intricate rules of Scopus. And, most critically, their whole focus is ethical. They promise to improve your work, not promise an outcome they have zero control over. Beyond their team, you've got to look for these key signs in how they operate. They should absolutely guarantee plagiarism-free work and be able to prove it with verification tools. Communication needs to be a two-way street. You should have direct access to your editor. Ask to see their track record. And I don't just mean a few nice testimonials. Ask for actual examples of publications they've helped with. And this is huge. They must have ironclad data security to protect your intellectual property. Now let's switch gears and talk about that other path. Recognizing the warning signs of a predatory trap is just as important, maybe even more important, than knowing the positive signs. If you see this promise anywhere, just run. Seriously. It is the single biggest, brightest red flag out there. And why? Because no service, I don't care how good they are, can control the final decision of a journal. That power belongs to independent journal editors and peer reviewers, period. Promising guaranteed acceptance isn't just confident marketing, it's fundamentally dishonest. And usually, other red flags travel in a pack. A process that completely cuts you out of your own research, that's a huge one. I mean, if they don't need your input, whose work is it really? Be super wary of prices that seem way too good to be true. They almost always hide extra fees down the line. If you can't find any information on their writer's credentials, you should assume the worst. And honestly, just trust your gut. A sketchy website with vague or non-existent reviews is telling you everything you need to know. So with all these signs and red flags flying around, is there one single principle you can use to sort the good from the bad? Yes, there is. It all boils down to one simple word: transparency. So what does transparency actually look like in practice? It just means being completely open and honest from the get-go, about costs, about timelines, and even about potential problems. A transparent partner makes sure there are no nasty surprises waiting for you down the road. Here is your practical checklist. This is what you can use to test any service's transparency. 1. Demand a detailed line-by-line cost breakdown. 2. Confirm that their deadlines are actually realistic for academic publishing. 3. Ask them directly, how do you handle potential delays during peer review?
And 4, get it in writing that there are absolutely no hidden fees. A trusted provider will have zero problem answering any of these questions. Okay, let's pull all of this together. We're going to do a final head-to-head comparison that's going to make the choice between a trusted partner and a predatory service crystal clear.
When you put them side by side like this, the difference is just stark. The choice isn't just about getting a little help, it's about partnership versus a transaction. One path offers you expert collaboration, transparent pricing, and real ongoing support. The other path? It offers inexperienced writers, sneaky hidden costs, and a high risk of getting poor quality work back, or even worse, plagiarism. Ultimately, this choice impacts everything from your budget all the way to your professional reputation. And that really brings us to the final, most important question. This isn't just about one paper. It's about your academic integrity. It's about your reputation. It's about the entire body of work that you are building throughout your career. Your research is your legacy. So who are you going to trust to handle it?